Good day and welcome back to Touring History, the only show where we recap humanity's greatest hits and even more of its total misses. I'm Lane.
And I'm Dave. It's April 30th, and if you like presidential drama, which there tends to be a lot of these days, awkward land deals, tech breakthroughs, and charming bunker endings, oh boy, do we have a show for you!
But first, birthdays. First up, happy birthday to Carl Friedrich Gauss, born 1777, mathematician, genius, and the reason you failed calculus.
Good old Carl. Also born today, Queen Juliana of the Netherlands, who reigned from 1948 to 1980, and somehow kept her cool despite living through both world wars and disco.
And in 1982, we got Kirsten Dunst, Spider-Man's MJ. Interview with a Vampire's Child Vampire, and the only person who has chemistry with both Tobey Maguire and the Cursed Fountain.
But first, back to the 18th century. On this day, in 1789, George Washington, that famous wooden tooth player, became the first U.S. president. Fun fact, he won unanimously. How about that? Because there were no political parties, no Twitter, and no Florida recount. Chad.
He was so popular he could have run unopposed by a bald ego holding a cheeseburger and still won by a landslide. Moving forward to 1803, the U.S. bought Louisiana from France for $15 million, which is like buying half of America for the price of a Manhattan studio today.
You can have it. We are not interested. Yeah, we paid about 4 cents an acre, which proved once again France is great at pastries, terrible at real estate. In 1945, Hitler commits suicide, and, well, he died by suicide in his Berlin bunker, finally fulfilling his dream of being underground and unpopular. That's like me when I play golf, 2 shots in a bunker. Ha!
Oh, nice. He died alongside his wife of one day, Eva Braun, because even in death, Hitler managed to make bad relationship decisions.
Yes, it's the end of the war. I think I'll ask you to marry me.
Yes.
I know you've
Moving on.
waited very long. We'll do it now.
We've done everything we can do now. Let's go.
Now to the messy stuff.
So
What
moving
happened in
forward to
1973, Lane?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked, Dave. In 1973, top Nixon aides Haldeman and Ehrlichman resigned over the Watergate scandal.
Yeah, it was the political version of, you can't fire me, I quit, except with more wiretaps and less dignity.
Nixon would later resign too, proving that yes, even in the 70s, accountability was possible, just incredibly reluctant.
Yeah, it took a while. Well, in 1993, CERN released the World Wide Web into the public domain, and just like that, the internet was born and then immediately misused for cat videos and conspiracy theories.
So thanks, CERN. We got access to all human knowledge and decided to spend it looking at memes of Shrek.
Yes, it gave new light to the infamous algorithm.
In 1967, the first radio ad for Rolling Stone magazine aired, which, like the magazine, was edgy, iconic, and deeply committed to reminding you that you weren't cool enough.
Yeah, man, you weren't. And honestly, you still aren't.
That's right.
And in 2017, Heineken released its Worlds Apart ad, where people with opposing views built IKEA furniture together and discovered they had feelings.
It was heartwarming. It was human. It was peak 2017, and somehow still less manipulative than every Pepsi ad from that decade. And speaking of ads, let's talk about today's sponsor. Today's episode is fueled by Rise Donuts in Wilton, Connecticut. Small batch, handmade, and unlike the Louisiana Purchase, absolutely worth the price.
That's right, absolutely. These donuts are so good. I'd sell half the continental U.S. to get one. Sorry, Montana. It's been real.
Follow at Rise Donut on Instagram. Show up early and bring a friend. Or don't. More donuts for you.
More donuts for me, Rise Donuts, because sometimes the only thing history gets right is breakfast. So, back to our show. In 1900, Hawaii became a U.S. territory, officially joining the empire of pineapple and poor pronunciation.
It would take 59 more years to become a state because, democracy, but slow.
That's right. Colonization is too. What happened in 1939, Lane?
Well, in 1939, on this day, Dave, NBC aired the first major TV broadcast in the US featuring a speech at the World's Fair.
Which means we've been interrupting important moments with static and awkward ad breaks for exactly 85 years.
Good times.
So, back to 1948. The Land Rover was unveiled today at the Amsterdam Auto Show in 1948. It was rugged, boxy, and designed to survive the apocalypse or your dad's midlife crisis.
It's the car that says, I want to go off-roading, but I also want espresso.
And I probably won't go off-roading. I still look good, though.
In 1975, Saigon fell, making the official end of the Vietnam War.
Ooh, and with that, America closed one of its darkest chapters. For now. Until, of course, the next one. Spoiler alert, there will be many.
In 2018, was there one then?
Yeah, of course. The Armenian prime minister resigns. Who doesn't remember that? Gosh.
It was a peaceful
After weeks of mass protests. Who would remember that either?
Huh? It was a peaceful transfer of power, proving once again that when people show up, leaders step down.
Perhaps, unless it's Florida. Then they just run again.
So that's April 30th, a day of presidents, dictators, pop culture, coups, and carbs.
Just join us tomorrow where the past gets even messier, and we keep pretending we're qualified to explain it.
Until then, stay curious.
Stay caffeinated.
And stay historical.
Historical.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.